Hey, what's up? It's Liam Davis here. And if you've owned a TV and you've actually turned it on in the last 5 years, it's possible that you know who this guy is, right? That, of course, is Mr. Walter White. That is Heisenberg from the television show Breaking Bad. And in this video, I'm going to tell you how Walter White, a meth dealing, hold on one second, sorry, there we go. How Walter White, Heisenberg, a meth dealing murderer, became one of my biggest heroes. And I know that sounds really odd, but keep paying attention and I'll tell you exactly why he just, being the horrible human being that he is, just a scumbag, how he became one of my biggest heroes. So if you've never seen the show Breaking Bad before, what are you doing with your life? I mean, I don't watch much TV, but if I was going to recommend one television show, this would be it. But if you haven't seen the TV show Breaking Bad, I'll give you a quick recap on what the show is actually about. So the very first episode, we meet Walter White, the guy I just introduced you to then. And Walter White is just a mild-mannered chemistry teacher at a high school. And one day, in the first episode, he goes to the doctor and learns that he has lung cancer. That is probably he has about a year to live from this lung cancer. Okay, it's one of the cancers that he just can't get rid of. Is you can't operate on it. It's just he's pretty much doomed, right? So he as a chemistry teacher, he really hasn't got much going on for him. He doesn't make a lot of money. He hasn't got any money saved up to help him, get treatments to possibly save his life. He doesn't have money to look after his family once the inevitable happens and he ends up dying. So he decides to make a decision that he is going to do something. And what he does is he puts his chemistry skills to work and he decides to become a meth dealer, which is just, from that first episode, I was hooked. I just loved this TV show, okay? And he went from being this chemistry teacher, this mild-mannered, quiet-spoken chemistry teacher who kind of just let himself get shit on by everyone in his life. He just got pushed around. It was just like, he just was so blasé about everything. And then one day, he was given this death sentence that really gave him a life. And here's what I'm talking about. If you've seen the television show, you'll know exactly what I'm about to say. If not, spoiler alert, you should have seen it by now. I mean, the show has finished, and if you don't want the spoiler, just block your ears. But here's how Walter White, a meth dealing murderer, became one of my biggest heroes. See, when Walter White, he got diagnosed with cancer, that day, instead of giving up, he went the completely different direction. And he decided that he was going to go out and live his life until he takes his very last breath. And unfortunately, for the people in the show, his idea of living his life was going out there and becoming basically just one of the biggest drug kingpins that has ever been depicted on television or on film. This guy will give Scarface a run for his money. And here's how Walter White became my hero there. Obviously, I don't look up to meth dealers. Obviously, I don't look up to murderers. I don't look up to scumbags. I don't look up to people that will do anything in their own interest to reach their goal while just pushing down everyone else. But here's why Walter White is one of my biggest heroes. That day, when he was diagnosed with cancer, is the same day that he realized that he was mortal. And he started acting like it. He started realizing that one day he's going to die. He started realizing that his life is not going to be forever. And he needs to go out there and actually start living. You see, most people, they waste their days. And when you waste your days, you turn into wasting your weeks. You start wasting your months. And then before you know it, you look back at your life and you've wasted years. And, I do this. I've wasted many years of my life, and I damn well know that, okay? But here's what I'm getting at, though, is that when you understand that your days are numbered, whether you're as healthy as an ox and, there's no end in sight, or if you're like Walter White and you've been given a year to live, when you understand that you are mortal and that one day you will face your final day. This is not going to last forever. When you really truly understand that, you can go out there and start living your life like you are like it's not going to last forever. Okay, so that's why Walter White is one of my biggest heroes. He understands his own mortality. He went out there and lived his life, and he did everything he wanted to do before he died. And you know, if you haven't seen the show, maybe he doesn't die. I don't know, but you know, spoiler alert, he does. But basically, what I'm getting at is to understand that your days, in a good way, your days are numbered. So if you're not doing what you want to do with your life right now, I challenge you to find what you do want to do and go out and do it. Because this won't last forever. Wasting your days is going to lead to wasted weeks, which will lead to wasted months, which will lead to wasted years, which will lead to a wasted life. Is that a life that you want to live? Or do you want to be like Walter White and go out there and live to your final breath? Because I know what I'm choosing. I know what I'm choosing. I'm choosing to live until I can't live anymore. You know, one of my favorite motivational speakers, his name is Les Brown, and he says this. He says, you know, the funny thing about life is that you can't get out of life. You can't. So while you're here, why not make the most of it and do everything you can to just live it to the full? Unless, hey, maybe you like just sitting, you know, maybe you like wasting your days. Maybe you like possibly just sitting there playing 10 hours of video games every single day. Maybe you enjoy watching 10 hours of movies and TV shows and all that shit every single day. Or maybe you're just realizing now that if you keep doing that, you're going to wake up one day and be 60 years old, and all you have to show is the fact that you've watched every television series and played every video game that's ever been created. Is that really something that you want to have on your gravestone? Or do you want it to say, this person, your name, lived their life like there was no tomorrow? So that is why Walter White is one of my biggest heroes. He understands his own mortality, and he taught me to understand my own mortality as well. And this is even talked about in a book called Think and Grow Rich. I would go get it. It's just over there, but I won't. But he talks about knowing that one day this is all going to be over. But until then, go out and live your life and do what you want to do, okay? So I challenge you to go out and do that. If there's something you want to do that you've been resisting, that you've been putting off, realize that you can't put it off forever, because if you do, it's possible that you'll never do it. So go and do it today. All right, so if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and share. Go ahead and leave a comment below. And if you want to know what I'm doing to really further my life, if you're on my blog, go and check out one of the banners that's calling your name to click on it, and you'll see exactly what I'm doing to act like I'm mortal and to spend the best years of my life, which are the years that are ahead of me, doing the things that I want to do. And I invite you to come and join me. Okay, so thank you for watching my video. I'll see you again really, really soon with another one, and I'll talk to you then. Peace.